Yes, sir. D-Most, the host, the Elevated Podcast, 5-star most, man. We out here, you know the vibes. The one and only, Scorp the boy, yo. I don't know where to begin, man. First, let the people know your name and where they can find you at.
Yeah, y'all already know who it is, man. It's Scorp the boy. You can find me at Black Ink 125th, once or twice or thrice in the week.
You already.
You know what I mean? Or straight from Philly. Y'all already know how we doing it.
That's a fact. I mean, like I said, I don't know where to start from. Should I tell them how we met, how we linked up to make this happen real quick?
I mean, yeah, you could get into that. You
You're
can get into
real
that,
brief,
but it's gonna
real
be so.
brief.
This gonna be so deeper than that, man. We starting something that's gonna be like long term,
That's
man.
a fact. That's a fact. You're ready. The bonds are definitely already built. The bonds
Yeah,
definitely already built.
yeah. Let them know though.
Yeah,
Let
but
them
shout out to Sauce, you know what I mean? My boy came through the block, and they shot a nice little promo, and they did a nice tribute to Big.
Drip.
Before I left, you know what I mean, the Drip was telling me, hold up, bro, because you from NY and you buzzing with your platform. I got a nice, humble artist. And mind you, when he said artist, I think he was talking about music, and he really was, but he also was like tattoo artist. I'm like, all right, Black Ink, shout out to C, shout out to Donna, you already know
Shout
Teddy.
out to the gang.
Ran
Black
into them, you
Ink
already know.
First the world.
For the culture, so I already knew the vibe. The vibe was Gucci. The vibe was definitely from the culture, from the heart. So I had
Right.
to come down here and set up with you. We set this up 2 days ago, and here we are now.
That's a fact.
So
man.
off the top, we're gonna get straight into it, man.
It's a pleasure. It's
You're
a pleasure.
already. Thank you for coming down,
For you
man.
having me. You
You're
know
already.
what I'm saying? You was
As
a
we
good,
should.
genuine dude when I met you. You know what I mean? D. I'm just happy to be here.
As
know
you
what
should,
I'm saying?
my G.
Just happy
Get
to
your
be
grown man on as a brand. Like this is about humble artists, humble platforms. It just so happens, you know, you multi-talented. You know, everybody got the jack of all trades. You gotta be multi-talented out
Right,
here.
right.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna get to know a little bit about your branding as a tattoo artist, a phenomenal tattoo artist, and of course as an artist itself for the culture. So
Right.
where do I begin? Your story takes place in
Yeah,
in
man.
Philly.
Well, my story takes place in my hometown, Philadelphia. I was born and raised there, West Philly to be exact.
Facts.
You know what I mean? A very, very troubled place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a very violent city. And I don't want to start off on the negative, but I gotta go from the negative to get to the positive.
Yeah,
It's,
from the mud,
even
gotta
though
keep
it's
it
a
100.
very violent city, it's a very untapped, talented city.
Facts.
And you know, maybe just my urge to escape, you know what I'm saying, that environment and really, you know what I'm saying, get somewhere and get to another level.
You're already.
You know what I mean? That's what groomed me. That's what groomed me.
Definitely on your way.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yeah, we're multi-talented.
Hey y'all, give me one second. I'm sorry. That same conversation bleeding into this joint is making me like, I don't know what I'm talking about, right? You feel me?
We grind.
But maybe that environment right there is what molded me into be, you know, just to be the boy, like, you know what I mean, and to really try to like exceed the expectations, and you know, down there, statistics say, man, we don't live past 23 down there. You know what I mean? You 23, you an OG. That's what we say in Philly. You know what I mean? And I made it 31. You know what I'm saying? And and got on my limbs. Got a talent that I'm utilizing in a different state. You know what I'm saying? Around other talented artists like my homie Fresh back there.
You already
busy
know.
Right now, live and direct.
You already know. We live.
You know what I'm saying?
We live.
Jay, you know what I'm saying? Jay. We got, you know what I'm saying, Gems, Magic Man, the whole team, the whole faculty, everybody's
We
lit.
out here. We out here.
Everybody lit, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Shout out to C's for giving me a chance up here, but it started out in Philly. I started coming up with the music, you know. My first CD was called Weed Out. I used to sell bud, illicit, little illegal things I used to do just to get some money back
gotta
then.
fill the gappers in your pockets.
Then I was like, wow, like everybody know me from the weed. Like maybe if I take my music and I apply that same drive and that same energy to the music, the same hustle, then maybe it'll pop like that. So I ended up marketing my physical CDs. I started putting them in Ziploc bags, and that's how the whole Weed Out thing came apart.
So at the end of the day, you know, I'm keeping it 100. You know, some say the bud and the culture. Bud is a part of the tattoo culture, hip hop. It's a part of the lifestyle. So at the end of the day, your first progressions as a tattoo artist, did you feel like it came to you natural or something you always wanted to do?
No, it actually was. It actually came out of left field. I'm gonna get to that because the story is kind of dope. Like I told you, I was in the streets and I was doing my music. I was using my money from the streets, the regular, you know, the story, using the street money to do the music. But then I was thinking like, I'm chasing tail because if I go to jail, I ain't gonna be able to do the music. And I learned that lesson late because I court a case, you know what I'm saying? They tried to give me 5 to 10 for my first conviction, you know what I mean? And by the blessings of God, I beat that and got 2 years probation. When I got out the courtroom, I said, what can I do that it won't land me in jail?
Yeah.
And I could still be fly, still don't have to, you know.
I see them kicks, we get into those.
Yeah,
later.
man.
You know, I hear you.
Hard work, a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was like, wow, man, I've always been an artist all my life. And it take a long time to push a painting because I'm a painter too. I was like, how can I get paid every day? And then as soon as I said that, my man called my phone and said, what's up? I said, where you been at? He said, I've been in Florida. I said, what you doing in Florida? He said, I'm tattooing. I said, tattooing? He said, yeah. You know what I mean? I made $60,000 this year. I said, $60,000 tattooing? I never knew him to be an artist.
That's more than my bullshit ass teacher salary.
I've been an artist all my life. I've been drawing and getting in trouble in school for drawing and all that stuff. This man just said he made 60. I said, you gotta show me how to do it. He showed me on the streets how to do it. You know, I kind of learned everything that I kind of could learn from him on that level. And then I went back and got an apprenticeship. I took a formal apprenticeship at the legendary JR's Wills of Soul Motorcycle Club. Tattoo parlor is a very famous tattoo parlor in Philly, black owned. They gave me a chance. And then eventually, after working with them for a while, I ventured out, opened up my own studio, Tats Luxury in Philly. It's still operating to this day.
For the culture,
you know,
already.
And but when I did that, I separated myself from other artists, and I wanted to be around other artists and soak in other things. So on a vacation in Miami, I seen it was so dope down there. My man was down there tattooing, and it just seemed right. And I never left Miami. I stayed in Miami, lived down there for a year.
Shout out to Tampa Bay, shout out to Miami.
Yeah, shout out to the whole 305. Right?
You're already.
So they embraced me down there, man. I worked with some talented artists at Vanna Black Tattoo Gallery, and they gave me their skills. I was the only black guy in the shop, all Spanish, Cubans, and I got a little bit of their style, mixed it up with my style, and Black Ink called me, man. Straight like that.
Smart dude, smart move on both behalves, man.
When I talked to Caesar, for 5 minutes, man. He said, what you want to do? I said, I want to work with y'all. Moved up here the next week, and I've been here ever since.
History.
And the rest
you already
is history,
know.
Man. And we're going to make some more history, man.
You already know. That's a fact. For the culture, we're going to be right back, part 2. Get to know my boy, the one and only Scorp. For the culture, shout out to Black Ink.
You already know, the boy.
Yes, sir.